Check 1, check 2, check 5, 6, 27.
Need to learn how to count, man.
That wasn't right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm used to having a calculator.
Every time we do this, he's trying to cheat. He's trying to cheat on
I'm
counting.
trying to cheat. I thought it was right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you cheat and use a calculator most times, apparently.
I have to. It's not really cheating, is it?
I guess if you just have to function.
When in life is it cheating to use a calculator?
Test.
Once you get out of school, it's like that's over with. That's just baloney that they do. You get out, the calculator. Anywhere I've ever worked where you have to do any sort of math, they give you a calculator just so they know you won't get it wrong.
Yeah. For sure.
Even if you can do it in your head and write down on paper and do all this stuff you do in school, it doesn't matter. They want you to use the calculator.
Yeah.
Because if you get it wrong, they'll go, "You got a calculator."
Yep. For sure. Well, are you going to... I don't know. I feel like you just never let me count anymore.
You don't
It's
count.
not really fair.
You don't really count anymore.
I don't count.
You don't count
I
anymore.
count.
You don't count anymore. You didn't even count last time, did you? I think you just popped it open before we even started.
No, I counted to 3.
All right, count to 3 then.
It was very fast. No, you got to count now. You can't just let me guilt trip you.
Let's pop it open. Why are you in the middle of a conversation? 1,
2.
3.
Hey. We're getting better at it.
Rock and roll. Oh, look at that. Does yours even do anything?
It's coffee.
Hey, what are you doing drinking coffee this late?
No comment.
Good grief. You going to a rave later or what? You got to be awake for it?
Well, hey, Coke has caffeine in it too.
Yeah, I probably won't drink much of it though.
It just
To wet my
it was
whistle
just
every once in a while.
calling my name, and I wanted it.
Jason, drink me. All right. So anything? I mean, it hasn't been that long between. We've actually had this for once, not that long in between podcasts
Right.
now. So I mean,
It is exactly a week this time.
anything new really happened for you? No, that's fine. That's fine.
There's not.
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't really trying to get at that. I just
I know,
see if there's
but
anything new.
there's the obvious. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But we're
Okay.
not going to talk about it.
That's fine. I wasn't trying to bring it up, but
I don't know. Maybe that'll run up engagement. People make assumptions as to what that is,
yeah.
or they'll just say what it is.
Well, I already feel like some people are gonna put some crazy stuff, knowing your friends.
Mhm. Let's go
So this
questions.
is like okay.
Right.
You want the questions?
Yeah.
All right. So first one is, what is your dream pet?
Mm.
Do you have a dream pet?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've enjoyed sheep the most, probably. I don't know. I'm not one that like wants a tiger or something. Like,
Right. Yeah. Gotcha.
I don't know.
Mine's a dragon.
Fair enough.
I mean, if they were real, for sure, I would maybe be into that.
What
But
do you mean if they were real? I mean, they're obviously real.
like the kinds of
They're just
that
not
fly and
here.
like have fire that comes out.
Right. I guess the fire breathing
Yeah,
part
would be cool.
most likely is not something real. We don't have any way of knowing, but
Probably not.
most likely not. But the flying dinosaurs.
Yeah,
I mean, we got dragons,
but we
obviously.
don't have them right now though.
Right, yeah, obviously, yeah.
But that would be a dream pet.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I'll become a scientist. I'll find some old bones with DNA and recreate one.
Yeah, I bet they exist.
I'll start
I bet.
I'll start mating those really big lizards and birds together and try to make one. I don't really have a dream pet. I'm really not I've come to find out I'm really just not a pet guy in general. I don't really care. I'm so busy. I don't have the time to really have and care for a pet.
Right.
I mean, between as much as I work and then the weightlifting stuff consumes a lot of time, and then, my kids and wife consume the rest. So I really don't have time to have a pet, period. So dog, cat, even just like a regular one, not even really a dream one. And there's not really an animal that would be like in my mind, would be a really cool pet to have. I just thought, I think snakes are cool, but I also don't like them. So I wouldn't want one in my house, and I wouldn't handle one. But that's my favorite part of going to a zoo is going and looking at the snakes. And that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Oh, I got something I can share on that made me think of it.
Go ahead.
So on our vacation in Alabama, we went to the zoo. I can't remember if they didn't I don't think they really called it a zoo, or maybe it was. It was like it was small and didn't have a lot to offer. But the one really cool part is they had 2 alligators. Well, they had like a bunch of small ones on one side, and then like one really big one that was like their big, I don't know, their main attraction, I guess. But he doesn't look that big till you get on the bridge and can look down. I mean, he was massive. So that we got to watch him feed him, and he didn't want both of the rats they had. They said they normally feed him chicken, but the snakes didn't eat all the rats they had. So said sometimes we'll eat the rats, and it's okay for him. But he said he doesn't really like it as much, even though it's more of like an actual unnatural food that they would find.
Right.
So he did eat one, but he seemed to not really like it. He didn't want the other one. So they went to go feed the smaller one. So we all went over there and watched. And this lady, if she had been any more inexperienced, she probably would have got bit by this alligator. It was very aggressive. It was obviously very hungry, apparently. But this alligator just jumped up, jumped up on the deck with them. And she was and it kept coming at her. She's pushing her away with the stick that she had. The guy behind her finally, once he got positioned, he was able to grab the tail and actually pull her back, and then actually put her back in the water, and they went out around the edge and actually fed him off the end. But I got my phone out and started recording because I'm I may see this lady get attacked by this alligator right now.
Wow. Have you seen that? There's a video on TikTok I saved of an alligator, and the guy's filming, and he has a chicken, and he throws the chicken to it, and it walks up to the chicken, and then it just walks right over the chicken, and he's like, ah! No.
That's funny. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of shark ones on here lately.
Oh, really?
Well, I think with the you like one video of something and it shows more, but
right,
there was a wild one of this guy fishing, and he has something, and he's reeling it in, and then you hear this giant splash and thud on the boat, and it pans to the front, and there's a shark that had jumped up out of the water and landed on the nose of their boat, and they was freaking out. That was pretty cool.
That's wild.
I would freak out too. I don't know what to do. Have you seen the guy that gets his finger bit off by a smaller shark?
No.
Yeah, so they're same kind of scenario out in the ocean fishing on this boat, and they get this shark in. Well, I don't know what he was thinking in this video, but he actually puts his hands on this shark. Now it's smaller, but I mean it's probably something like that maybe.
Okay.
Something that could take a finger or more. And I don't know if he was trying to unhook it, but so he was kind of back behind it, but when it went to move, of course, his hand, he couldn't hold on to it, and had somehow got his hand in front of the shark, and it grabbed a hold of his finger and rolled and just ripped his whole finger off within seconds.
Wow.
And he just grabbed his hand and he's it bit my finger off. It bit my finger off. He just
My goodness.
And he lost a finger so quick.
Have you seen that one where there's some guys fishing, and a sea lion just jumps up into their boat? It's a little bitty boat. And they're like, what the heck? And they go up, they get pretty close to it, just doesn't care. And then a orca is, an orca's like right there.
Oh no!
Like just waiting for that seal or
sea lion
or whatever it is to jump back in.
That's funny.
No. Oh. And it's scary because it's like the size of their boat. They don't have a very big boat.
And absolutely, and it's not gonna care or know the difference between what's really going on. They're really lucky. Did it ever do anything else? Did it ever show any more of it?
The seal ended up jumping back in. They didn't show it, like look in the water, but I would assume it didn't make it.
Yeah, of course. Of course. They're really lucky that it didn't like attack their boat or knock them over or something. Yeah. I've seen some videos where people are like in small boats around like really big fish.
Well, have I told my story about the whales? I don't think I've said that on here.
I don't think so.
We went whale watching on a sailboat, a little bitty sailboat, like 20-foot sailboat.
Is this where they all go out and they got like multiple, like they're coming up and jumping and stuff?
Yeah. So the humpbacks were literally touching our boat. This tiny boat. They're way bigger than the boat.
No.
And
I would need new pants. That'd be awful.
I was like right there over the edge. The whale was right there, and the whale blew in my face. That's the worst smell I've ever smelled in my entire life is whale breath. I can tell you that.
That's great.
So bad. But yeah, it was, and they were jumping out of the water and stuff. It was wild and also terrifying.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. No.
Yeah, I definitely could have touched one if I wanted to, but
I'd be freaking out.
Didn't want it to freak out and just flip the boat over.
That would also be my luck. I would freak out, which would cause it to freak out and just flip the boat over.
Yeah.
It's eating me. What do I do? Oh no. All right. Next question. So, what's a nickname you've always wanted people to call you?
I don't have one. I don't think.
I kind of understand a little bit of maybe what they're trying to get at, but I've always wanted a cool nickname, but I don't really have I've never really had a cool one. Right. Now, I do have a road name in the motorcycle club, which is Kringle, but that's because I love Christmas so much. But I mean, I don't consider it like a cool nickname. I have heard some cool nicknames before, but it also a lot of times extends from your last name somehow. They make it into something else. Right.
Like my nickname is Foghorn in F3. Like, yay. Not cool, but
and sometimes it has to do what maybe you've done something that's funny that extends from it, or I got a friend whose nickname is Vegas because he moved. All he did was move from Las Vegas to here, and his nickname was Vegas. I mean,
yeah.
Trying to think of some other like nicknames we had in high school for some guys. That's the first one that comes to mind. A lot of people just called me Rice. A lot of times that's my last name.
Right.
So that's what I got called for the most part. So I mean, when you look at sports, like football and stuff, your last name is what is
people
on.
Know. Yeah. Most people in Mount Vernon call me Toon. Yeah. Because that's what they know me as.
And then Danny's the same way. They're within the military, a lot of those guys just call him Toon.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Did I ever tell you a kid, I was playing basketball and he goes, he was like, "Shut up, Timothy." I was like, "Timothy?" He's like, "Yeah, isn't your name Tim?" I'm like, no, they're calling me Toon.
That's hilarious. That's good.
So some people call me Timothy as a joke now.
That's good. See, and that's how some of them start. Mm-hmm. There is one friend that had a nickname. It started similar to that, and I'm going to say it, but if you want to cut it out, you can.
Okay.
So that's however you want to do it. But his nickname is Spick.
Okay.
Which is a racial slur for Hispanics. Now, I don't really know why that one is, why that one's such a bad one. I feel like they're just shortening Hispanic, but but that is like a racial slur for Hispanics. But
he was not Hispanic.
He was white. So, we were in class, and his name, which I'll say his name, don't matter, but it was Cody Dotson.
That's
And
the whitest name I've ever heard.
Yeah, he's like Welsh is like his background, and the teacher's like, "Are you Hispanic?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "I'm Welsh." He's like, "That's Dotson's my last name." Now I will take a little pity on the teacher because he is a touch dark compared to like me and you. He's darker,
right?
And he's kind of got a little bit of like a fro going on, very curly black hair.
Okay.
So I mean, he kind of looks like that, and in my opinion, looks nothing like his brother or sister. So I used to tease him that he was the mailman's kid. But,
right. Yeah.
You know, but he does kind of look Hispanic, in my opinion. So I give her a little credit for that.
I see. Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the name goes, because I think it's weird we associated it with his name because she said his name and then asked like his name was Hispanic.
Right, yeah.
But it wasn't.
Right. That's funny.
Some feel forced, as one. So I will say that. So
how are you gonna shorten Adam? Just
right.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah.
Damn.
What's up, damn? But so one of the kids I grew up with, one of Nick's nieces, she was older than us, but she always acted like she was older, like the way she felt and stuff, and I used to call her Antique. So I mean, some are okay, some aren't. I don't know. I don't really have one that I'm like, yeah, I wish I was doorknob or whatever. I don't know.
I think you missed a question.
Did I?
Oh no, there was one I was like, that was a really good question, and then I think.
Well, I've only done the first two.
Okay, maybe I.
And that's the first two on here. The next one is the one we can't do.
Oh, the very first.
So I did Dream Pet.
Right, you didn't do the one above Dream Pet.
Oh,
that's like an actual question for us.
I thought you posted that and people were asking the questions.
No, that was one of the questions.
Oh, my bad. So one of the questions is, what is a question you really want someone to ask, but no one has asked yet? Do you have one?
I don't know, but I would say probably some random thing about basketball. that I would know, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many things that I would know the answer to, but no one would ever ask those questions. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I guess that's it.
So basketball related questions.
Yeah.
Wish there was more of.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can understand that.
Mm-hmm. A few days ago, I would have had a different answer, but.
Okay. I don't have any of those. Granted, I love powerlifting, love everything about it, and I will talk to guys in the gym that are lifting about stuff. But I mean, if someone has a question, I'll answer it. But I don't hope that someone asks questions about it. It's just, whatever.
Right. I think the only reason I do is just because I have so much information in my brain that doesn't really have a use. You know what I mean? It's like, give it a use, someone else needs to be interested.
So are we doing this one?
Nah.
I'm gonna say what the question is.
Yeah, you can read the question. It's funny.
So the question is, and me and Jason both laughed. It was favorite slur. That's hilarious.
Whitey's.
Oh my goodness. So you want to do that one?
Sure.
There's two questions there. So every animal is in an arena battle to the death. Which animal comes out on top?
Elephant.
It's a tough one.
I really think elephant. What's gonna beat an elephant?
I don't know. I mean, they're big, but
yeah, they're really big. They're really strong.
Right, but they're also slow moving.
Right, but like what's
Understand why I'm thinking, because I feel like they are still moving, so something could make it to the jugular and possibly kill it.
but like it gets to the jugular and then it just grabs it with its trunk and throws it.
Maybe. What if it's quick? What if it's like a bite and it freaks out enough that it can't think to grab it fast enough, and then it takes off, and then now they're too slow to catch up? I'm throwing some stuff out. That's all.
I don't know. A tiger is like,
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like another like big animal that's aggressive. And surprisingly enough, hippo can actually be a pretty aggressive animal.
Oh yeah, hippos kill more people than any other
and they're also
animal
large.
from aggression. They kill more people than any other animal from aggression. Of course, like mosquitoes and deer kill more people, but it's for different reasons.
I definitely think that elephant would probably come out on top. I mean, even like the Romans used to ride them into battle. I mean, that's how, hard they were to kill and aggressive wise. So
imagine a rhino. Wouldn't that be dope to like ride a rhino into battle?
That would be. Could you imagine doing that like nowadays? I mean, granted, one shot to the head, you're dead. I mean, you're not gonna get very far. But I think in the moment they'd be like,
looks cool.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, take him out. You're still like 5 miles out, just like and they're just like sniping you. Got no chance.
Then the other one was every dictator in a ring.
Yes, if every dictator was in an arena, the battle to the death.
It's definitely Putin.
Absolutely,
because he like trains MMA and everything.
Yes. What other? Now I don't know a lot about the other dictators, but from what I do know, most of them just lived high on the hog.
Right,
they were eating and drinking and partying and doing all this other stuff.
Yeah,
like a movie star basically.
Right.
He's the only one that I know for sure that has actually done like battle and like trained and
definitely.
So I put my money on him for sure.
Me too. Absolutely. Yep. That was an easier one than one might expect. He has that look too.
But what other dictator has his kind of track record? Though,
right. No one.
No one that I know of. Not enough. I mean.
Right. I guess there could be some like way back there that could have.
It's possible.
One of the
sure,
Caesars or something.
I will say that like Hitler was in war. He was in World War I and actually fought. Yeah. So I mean, he would have some battle experience, but I don't think to the one-on-one ability of like Putin though.
Right. So. Yeah. For sure.
Favorite thing to cook?
Well, just spaghetti. I don't know. It's easy. It's so easy. And you can add all kinds of different things to it. You know what I mean? You can make it so many different ways, and it's so easy to do. I
agree. Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite.
I definitely cook that the most.
Yeah.
For sure. So, yeah, because I try to meal prep.
Mm-hmm.
When I get serious, like right now, just after a comp, I'm not real serious about it. But I try to meal prep for the week, and spaghetti's a good one. It's I can get like the protein noodles, and then I'll usually use like if I still have some deer, which I'm getting down to the point where I almost don't have any, and I'm not hunting, so I may not have any more if I can't get any from anybody else. If anybody's shooting a bunch, usually I got a friend that's killed like 3.
Right.
So they usually can get some off of them. But deer, because it's lean. So it's a nice, lean, high-protein meat.
Yeah.
And then, to be honest with you, with that, I actually like the Alfredo sauce over spaghetti sauce.
Oh, definitely. Me too.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I definitely like that. Chicken's a big one for me. I love doing like chicken. And then
really,
I get the Thai curry sauce from Buffalo Wild Wings. My absolute favorite. I actually stop at Buffalo Wild Wings probably because I train in Evansville at once a week. Sometimes I'll skip a week depending on where I'm at in my training. But usually if I eat that, I won't eat dinner. So I skip the calories for dinner because I kind of save them up for the lunch. But I always get the Thai curry sauce. That is fantastic. And I've actually bought the bottle they hardly ever carry it, which is irritating because they're like, oh, we got this one or that one. Like, I don't want that one. Like, I want the Thai curry. And they're like, I think I've only bought one bottle from there, but I've asked a handful of times. And they're like, oh, we don't have any for sale right now. And I'm like, but I found it on Amazon.
Oh, awesome.
So I bought a bottle on it. So I got like half a bottle left at home. I put it on almost everything. Because I love it. It's fantastic. But it does add some more calories, though.
That's what I've been doing with Yum Yum sauce. Just put it on everything.
I've heard some people like that stuff. I don't think I've ever tried it, but I've heard other people really like it.
Yeah, it's really good on everything. It's just great.
Yeah, I mean, if it's good, there's hardly ever anything you can't put it on. If you just like the taste of it, I mean.
Yeah.
But I'll get chicken and I will smother this stuff on there. It's fantastic.
Awesome.
Nothing out there that can beat it. So you want one of my topics or one of yours?
Yeah, yours.
One of mine? All right. I got a couple here. I know we kind of done a little bit about this. We may have done this already completely. This top one. I just didn't erase it. So I put on here, like, why does the United States have such a big, like, dialect difference? So, like New York, Louisiana, New England, the North, the South, everybody's got, like, different,
I feel
just the way they sound.
Right. I think we did this a long time ago.
Have we done that one? I just didn't erase it.
Yeah, I remember us talking about that, like, a really long time ago.
Yeah, see, I kind of have a small memory of that. I just didn't erase it, I guess.
Right.
So my other one is just kind of a funny story. So I brought up Vegas earlier, actually. Uh-huh. And so at the Mac Center, when I was a kid, there used to be a handball court in the back.
Right, yeah, I remember that.
So it's not there anymore. It's
right.
part of their lifting stuff now. They got some lifting equipment. But you go in there, you could get, like, the rubber ball. And they also had paddles, too, I think.
Right.
If you didn't want to actually use your hand.
What's that called? Racquetball.
Yeah, racquetball. So where you hit it against it, you both stand on one end and you hit it against the wall, and basically you take turns. So it's like tennis. So if I hit it, he's got to hit it next.
Right.
Wherever it's at.
It's like tennis on a wall.
And it was like late. We always went kind of like later when everybody was there. His family had like the family package. I mean, he was him, his brother, 2 sisters, and of course mom and dad. So like they bought like this big family package where they could all go.
Right.
So as long as when me and him went, as long as the numbers were smaller than what his family was, it was okay, or at least it seemed to be.
Right.
We could have been breaking a rule. I really don't know. Nobody ever said anything to anybody that had cameras, so I guess they didn't really care. So we're playing handball, or racquetball technically, because we always use the paddles. And he gets drilled in the junk.
Uh-huh.
And because, we're hitting this thing. We're teenagers.
I did that to Danny once.
Did you?
We were at Lake Barkley, and they had like a gym at the campground, and they had a racquetball court in there. And me and Danny played for like hours, and
So and it was so, because we're just slamming this. As hard as you can. So it's going all over the place, especially if you hit like a sidewall, and so then then it's got a weird angle coming back. He gets drilled, and then his brother shows up. So all 3 of us are in this room, which is just begging for an accident, right?
Yeah.
So his brother gets drilled next, and he goes down. We're on the floor rolling, laughing. I almost can't contain it. I don't know. And my mom always asks, like, why do guys laugh when other guys get hit there and they know it hurts? It's like,
right.
It's because we just know how bad it hurts. I think is really what it comes down to. It's very funny because I know that's super painful.
Right.
And it's just like when when you look at like the whole spectrum, it's just such a small part on you.
Right.
That if you get hit, it does. It's like it could hit me anywhere, and it hit one spot where I don't want it to hit me at.
Right.
And he finally gets back up. His brother gets drilled 2 more times before we get done. And he just gave up. He's like, I'm done. Gotta get out of here. And we're just roll. By the 3rd one, it's like you just got bad luck at this point.
Yeah. One second. I had this is totally unrelated, but related in a weird way. It's just super funny. So, Isaac invented a card game called Gentleman's Greed.
Yep, I've
been playing it for a while. Right, you did play that one time. It's fun. So he made an expansion pack, and one of the cards in the expansion pack is called Plague. And no, that's not the one we're talking about. Another one of the cards is called Sow.
Okay.
And when you play it, you get to pick one card from each player. So last night we were playing, and he played the Sow, and he picked a card from each player, and then it was, then it keeps going around the table.
Gotcha.
And each person had 2 of those cards of the ones that he picked.
Oh,
so
okay.
everyone went around the table and just asked for that card back. So it was so funny, like, to go, like the first one, it was like kind of funny, like, haha, you just took it. And then the second one, you know what I'm saying? It just kept building up, like each person was able to get all their cards back because, like, he just wasted a whole turn.
That sucks. Is it because he didn't, like, mix his cards up and he got them?
It's just
so you were able
a
to
miracle, basically. Because we had the cards in our hand. He gets to take a card from us.
Right.
So we know what he took, so we know what he has.
Oh, I got what you're saying. Yeah, okay, I forgot the rules of the game.
Right.
But okay, I got it.
But we all had... You can't ask for something unless you have it.
Right.
So usually you take a card, they took the card from you and they have it, but we all had 2 of that card.
That's hilarious.
Of whatever card he took from us.
That's great.
So
that's funny.
He took one of the 2, and so we still had one, so we got to ask for them all back.
That's great.
Yes.
that backfired big time.
And he was like, I hate this stupid card. I'm gonna have to work on it. Even though usually it's like a super powerful card.
Well, honestly, it would be, I think, in a normal, like, it just happened to be a weird coincidence.
Exactly.
But I think normally that would probably be okay card.
And a lot of times you will get like the Goblin card is the most powerful card. You can pick that card out of their hand,
Right.
And you just get it, and that happens a lot too, But it was just hilarious.
It's been a while since I played. I'd like to play again sometime.
It's a lot of fun. I need to buy my own copy. I haven't yet. It is pretty expensive, though.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, what's the most that you've ever scared somebody?
Ooh.
And like on purpose. Like, it wasn't like I'm going to scare this person and get him good.
I don't know if I told this story on the podcast or not.
Oh.
I'm really starting to forget what I've said on here or not.
Imagine after we log, like another year.
I know. It's going to be so hard. Anyway, I'll just tell it, though, because it's hilarious.
Okay.
So, I know you've known this story. This is probably the most I've scared anyone that I can think of. I've definitely told this on the podcast. Anyway, it's okay. I'll tell it real fast. Danny was out. Me and Danny were out fishing.
Okay.
We used to fish at night all the time. We'd stay out and fish all night, and we'd leave the tent out there like all spring. So I got home one night from like Bible study, and Danny was already out there. It was dark, and so I go down there. It's a far walk to that tent spot where we're at. I was like, I'm gonna go down there with no light. I'm gonna go as quiet as I can. That's what I can do. So I get down there, totally quiet. I certainly didn't hear me. Right?
Did you cut through the woods?
I took the path along the creek.
You took the path, and he still didn't hear you coming or see you?
Yeah, I just went. It was pretty wet. I think it had it had kind of sprinkled that day. So I got to the tent, and the pole. He had the pole like halfway sticking out of the tent, halfway inside the tent.
You have told the story, but go ahead. Yeah.
And so I went up to the pole, grabbed the line, and I pulled. I'd pull it out a little bit, and it clicks. And he started feeling it. So he started feeling. I heard him hear it and grab the pole and stuff. And so then I started pulling it real fast, and he goes, "What the heck?" And so he unzips the tent and sticks his hand out. He sticks his hand out to take the bell off because there's a bell on there. And so when he reached his hand out, then I grabbed his hand.
That's great.
You lost it.
That's a good one.
Oh, so good.
I've kind of actually forgot about that, but yeah, you've told that. That's a good one though. I do like that one.
I've definitely scared some people, though. I need to think of another one. I know I've had some good ones. Anyway, go ahead.
So I have
I think
the best one I've ever had, and it was a split-second decision to do it. And I've scared people fairly often, especially at work. That's pretty easy. And people scared me, but this is the best I ever got somebody. I'm really like if this guy had been old, I probably would have killed him. So we're moving rail at work. He's moving rail car, but he's doing the groundwork. Another guy's in the wagon, and we're driving a truck around the work site to get from place to place to move rail cars around. He parks the truck. He doesn't know that I'm anywhere around, and I see him park the truck and get out. And just for some reason in my head, I'm going to get in the truck and scare him. Out of nowhere, I'm going to do this. So, and I don't know why. I hadn't been planning it. It was just a split-second decision to go do it. So I sneak over to the truck. He's got his back to the truck all the time. I get in the back seat, lay down behind the front seats in the floor of the back seat. He is so focused on moving rail, I knew he wouldn't even look around or nothing.
Right.
He gets in the driver's seat, and I reach up and grab him. I go, "What are you doing?" He's, "Wow!" I mean, just. And he was actually, I would say he's almost pretty easy to scare, but that one was such a good one. I got him so good, but I've gotten him good before, but that was definitely the best. I mean, he didn't know I was in the truck. And I just kind of, and I did it. I didn't really do a yell or anything. I just kind of sat up and was like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Cannot remember who this was. I don't know. I cannot remember for the life of me who this was. But I arrived at their house. They knew I was coming, but I just walked in silently. I didn't, the door was unlocked. I just opened the door, shut the door, and walked in. I think it was my grandma, my mom's side. Grandma.
You scared Nana Brown.
Yeah. And I just said nothing, and she was in the kitchen cooking, and I just walked up to her and just walked behind her this close until she turned around. And so she turned around. I was just standing right next to her.
You're lucky she didn't have a knife in her hand or something crazy.
I watched a dude get scared the other day. It was really funny too because I saw it from super far away. This is hilarious. I walked out of work. It was dark, and there's a dude walking down the street. And behind him, pretty far behind him, there's a dude jogging. And I just saw it, and I was like, I bet that dude has no idea that dude's there. And so that guy's jogging, and the guy catches up to him, and, as he passed him, the guy goes, "What the?" He got super scared, and the guy goes, "I said on left," and he just kept running. And the guy's like...
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah, it was just funny because I was pretty far away in the dark just watching them.
So I do want to say the fact that you scared her. You're lucky that your grandpa wasn't home. Can you imagine scaring him like that?
Oh, I would never do that. Yeah. No, I know better than to scare him.
You'd wake up in the hospital probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just thinking if he was even in the house, when that happened, it would be game over.
Yeah, it's not funny with him.
No, it wouldn't be.
Somebody scared me the other day, and I was really close to hitting them. My reaction when I get scared is to hit, which is not good. But it is my reaction is just, I don't know.
I don't get
instantly.
I don't get mad or upset about it.
I don't either. I think it's funny, but that's just my reaction. like right when it happens.
Mine's more of just like the shock. Like if I actually get scared, like if you actually get me, like I'm more of just I'm in that shock moment, like oh, and I'm like oh, you got me, you know.
Yeah.
So I maybe even like a touch of embarrassment, but not.
Right.
But not.
I get that.
I definitely
too.
don't get the like upset or angry or aggressive or anything. Now I do know guys that will.
Yeah.
You do that and they're like, stop, don't do that to me,
Right, yeah.
I'm like, all right, whatever.
I don't really get upset. It's just my reaction is to hit, and then I kind of get a little mad because I'm like, I almost hit you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
well, they would never scare you again, probably.
yeah, just lay them out.
There's so I got like it was a real good one. Got me once. Man, it was at my other job before this one. And man, and that job I happened to daydream quite a bit because there was kind of like there was a decent amount of extra time throughout the day.
Yeah.
Because I was loading. If you load a rail car, if you're on Millstream, it takes like 8 hours. So I mean, I'm doing my job. I'm a loader loading a rail car and just kind of keep an eye on it. Well, I had started a rail car. Everything was running good. I had time, so I went over to the lunchroom and like. I got like a soda or snack or something. I'm coming back. Well, one of the other guys that I'm kind of friends with, he actually got on his hands and knees on the other side of the door in the warehouse where I was going. And then when I opened the door, it's down here, not like up here. Oh, excuse me. And so when I opened the door, he goes like he's a dog, but he's like down here, and I mean, and it freaked the crap out of me because I had no idea what was going on. I had zero time to process what was happening, and I literally had I think I actually grabbed my chest even like just like it's just like and he even went like I'm sorry because I think he thought that he gave me a heart attack.
Yeah,
I almost had like a comical reaction to it. It's like
I think of part of why I get like a violence reaction so quick is because of animals. Because animals have scared the crap out of me before, and it's usually them ramming me out of nowhere or biting me out of nowhere. And so my reaction is to hit them.
right.
And so especially if he was like acting like a dog around it, like I would have just kicked him instantly.
Oh, could you imagine that? We're wearing steel toe boots at work too. Oh,
I would have
been bad.
That's just my reaction. I wouldn't have processed it before I kicked him. You know what I mean?
I've had the reaction with like animals, but I knew it was animals, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. I've definitely never had that reaction with a person.
Yeah, I don't.
So,
well, see, I don't. My brain doesn't think person. My brain actually thinks animal first most of the time, especially if I'm like outside.
That's when you know you're living on a farm.
Yeah.
Or at least I've had a lot of interactions with animals, I guess.
I had one time at the farm. I was like getting ready for milking and stuff. I get there early in the morning doing milking and stuff, and I would have earbuds in and listen to music while I did the milking.
Oh no.
And somehow the cow got in there. Like there's gates, there's a gate and then a door for them to get in there, and they can open the doors because they're handle latch doors, so if it's not locked they can get in. We usually lock them, but I probably used the door already and had it unlocked, so somehow they got in the gate. And so I was just minding my own business with my earbuds in, so I didn't hear anything, and the bull was in there, and he just walked up to me and like nudged me with his nose, and it freaked me out because I was not expecting a whole cow.
I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like you're kind of lucky that like when you freaked out, it didn't like freak that cow
right. Yeah,
like,
they're pretty. Those cows were bottle babies.
Yeah,
and so like they don't.
Oh, okay.
They're not very reactionary.
Zero aggressive, probably then. Too.
Yeah. Well, the bull's pretty aggressive, but like it didn't scare him at all. Like I just whipped around. He just like, like he might kind of raise his ears a little bit, but they're not.
Changing my answer to bull for the animal that would win.
A bull would have a chance, actually. That's a good point. A big bull with horns
Right.
would definitely have a good chance.
Yeah, I think it would be a pretty good battle on that one, probably.
Yeah.
I got
And
like
a rhino would too.
Because there's some.
I guess rhino would probably win, actually.
Because there's some
going
pretty
back.
big bulls out there. Like,
Yeah.
just as far as size goes. And they're fast. And they're very aggressive.
Yep.
Yeah, you leave the horns on them, they could.
Yep.
Yeah, but the rhino would be...
I would think a rhino would beat a bull pretty bad.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're pretty hard-headed, so if they went head-to-head...
Right, and like
and then it's got the one, right?
Right.
So
like, well, right, one spike.
Right.
But like I feel like a bull's horns, they like hit their skin and just be like nothing, and then the bull would just
hard.
Yeah,
they have a hard skin, right?
Very,
so,
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that'd actually be close. That'd be a good one to see.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah, I would definitely think a rhino would destroy a bull, for sure.
Yeah.
But rhino versus elephant would really be where the battle is.
But I think if you put bull against elephant, I think that would still be a pretty decent one to watch, just because the elephant is slow.
Right. They're just so much bigger and stronger, though.
It's true. That's definitely true. But I feel like maybe the bull could get lucky.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, definitely if you're a betting person, you're betting on the elephant, but there's still a possibility of a loss
right.
there.
If you're a betting person, you're betting on the bull, actually, because your odds are lower, so you're getting more money.
That's not how everybody bets. There's some people bet on a true, like, so I watch some of these guys that do bets, and they usually make more than one bet. So let's say like the NFL on Sunday, right? So they're going to make multiple bets on multiple games here. So like they're going to do some for sure wins, like ones that there's no way it could be an upset, right? There's some that you just know this team is going to win. It's going to be a blowout. There's no way that team can win.
Right.
They're not going to bet on that other team for a payout because they can bet on the other team. Now, granted, the payout won't be as good, but it's a guarantee win. And then they'll pick some that are going to be close where they may pick the underdog, but it still could go either way type of game.
Right.
So that's usually what a lot of them, like a weird off ramp to talk about this. But so I watch these guys that do that. And it's fun to watch them, but it's fun to watch. They all sit in a room watching these games together after they make all these bets. And I mean, they go nuts, man. When sometimes they win, like, because they're also putting like big money. So even like this team that's a favorite, and say, you got to put $100 to get $1 because they're the favorite,
right?
But they're betting like thousands though,
right?
So they're still getting a decent return from that game,
right?
But they've had some where they put a decent amount of money on some and they don't win.
Yeah. And
I mean, they lose it. So I don't know how much money these people have to be doing this, but they put a lot of money on some of these games, and they don't come out right for them.
Yeah.
You talk about an awful night. Probably start breaking stuff. So, I erase these since we were talking about them, so I don't bring them back up again. One. So it's not necessarily much of a topic. I guess is more of something that I hate when people do. So I watch like weightlifting stuff on TikTok, and I have a bunch of my own weightlifting stuff on TikTok. And I hate when people try to guess the weight of what's on the bar when I've already got it posted what the weight is. And a lot of times guys who are in the gym can look and know that I got the correct weight. It isn't like it's way off, like it's 500 pounds and it's like just 3 big plates on each side, which is 315. I mean it's what it is,
Right.
But I put one on there, I put the weight, and then I had one guy goes I would guess it's whatever, and put some other weight. I'm like, I put the weight on the video. Like, it's on the video itself. It says how much it is. Bench pressing, 350 or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, you don't need to guess the weight. It's on there. I don't need you to guess what weight it is. And then but I had 3 or 4 comments of people with a different weight. One guy was way under. One guy was way over. One guy was fairly close to what I had on there. I'm like, why are you guys guessing at the weight? I have it on the post. You don't have to guess.
So weird.
I didn't like the post that, hey, guess how much I'm bench pressing.
Yeah.
Of course, I guess I could actually do a video like that and maybe actually get a decent amount of people
Get some good
in.
engagement, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should do one. But I didn't ask for it. And it's on there.
Isn't it pretty easy to just count the plates?
It can be. So I've noticed from watching a lot of these, it's tough. So the gym I go to, I don't know how often you've been in that gym, the one in Mount Vernon.
Move?
Yeah.
I was in there for a couple years.
Okay.
But
you know he has rubber plates? His plates are coated in rubber so it protect the floor?
Yeah.
His 45s, as long as you get the same brand, they're the same size. But he also has a different brand that's a little bit thinner. So when you put them together. So
we have that at Mac too.
Right. So at least with metal plates, it's usually a lot easier to tell. But when you coat them in rubber and there's different sizes and colors and, sometimes it can be confusing when you have a gym that has, odd end plates. But because his 45s are different sizes. So if I have a 45, 2 45s on each side, but it's a big one and then a thin one, it looks like a 45 and then a 35 or something.
Yeah.
Because they're not the same width, so they don't match.
Right.
So it can be kind of hard to tell, but I think in the video specifically, I made sure that the 45s were all the same size. And
yeah.
But
I always do that when I bench too, just because it's just better for my brain. I have to have that where the weights are the same.
Well, so it's tough to do it at the pit. All their plates are metal, but they're all kind of different in their own way. But they're all the same size. The 45s are, but some of the thicknesses are a little bit different. Some of the shapes are a little different because just different brands. And over the years, they got a lot of older plates as well. And so it's hard to get them super close. But I definitely will at the move. If I have a thick plate on one side, I'll put a thick one on the other side. But I'll do a thin one. But the other side will have a thin one too.
Right.
And I also have to have
See, I don't care if I have thick 45. Thin 45, thick 45, thin. As long as they are same
each side
on
has
both
to
sides.
match. Yes, yeah, both sides have to match, and not to worry about at the move because both sides of the plate look the same, except for the thin 45s because in the middle it has a metal plate you can see, and one side's smooth and one side has bolts. Those have to face the same direction.
Right.
And it's just a mental thing for me. It really means nothing. If somebody put it on and I didn't see him put it on and I just went to press it, I just knew what the weight was, it wouldn't affect me none.
Right.
But there's a little part of me that if I don't, it bothers me a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the plates have to face the same way. If I use metal plates, they all have to face in.
Yes.
And I don't know why, but that's what I do.
Now, is there an actual reason, facing in or facing out for plates? Does it actually matter at all? Or is it just...
It doesn't matter for lifting. It's going to be the same weight. For me, I like to face them in because when I start to pull them off, my fingers can grip on the inside of that plate because most of them are like a pizza pan shape.
Yeah, right.
So when I pull the plate off, I can put my fingers on the inside and pull them out, and I can hold them. Because if they're turned the other way, you can still handle it.
Yeah, I see.
But that's why I like doing it, and I've always done it since high school. When I was in high school, they had us put the plates on like that, so it's just something I've always been taught, so that's the way I've always done it. Yeah. And so
that's how I do it too, is facing in.
Now,
and then Dad does it facing out, and then it bothers me.
All the plates he does out.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are some guys that'll face the last plate facing out, just to show that it's 45s.
Right, I've seen that before.
And I get that. Whatever. You know, you're showing off the weight.
Right.
But
it kind of looks good, and
yes,
it looks flush against the last one and stuff. It kind of looks good, but
I agree. But yeah, facing all of them out, I'm a little confused with, and I don't know if I could. I think it would mess me up a little bit mentally. I don't know if it would really change
I don't think
how I
it
would
changed
lift,
anything,
but it would just mess me up a little more mentally. That's why it may mess the lift up a little bit for me.
right.
I don't know. So I am a creature of habit, and I want things a
Yep.
certain way when I lift.
Definitely.
So it can throw you off a little bit.
Yep. Let's see. One of those topics. I don't know. Maybe we can move on to improv stuff.
That's fine. Erase this. Hold on.
I'm racist? What?
Yes.
That's what it sounded like you
That's-
said. You're
that's what I
racist.
said.
Hold on.
They send out this quick tweet about how you're racist. I'll save those other ones for next time. Okay. Sir, I need you to roll down the window, not just make the sound. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over tonight?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Really sorry.
So you do know.
Yes.
Well, we're definitely gonna have to arrest you for sure then. Since you know that you did that. I thought it was probably an accident. Like you just accidentally left your dog tied up to the bumper of your car.
Oh, what? My dog is tied to the bumper of the car?
Yeah. You've been dragging it for who knows how long.
What?
Yeah. So I mean,
no.
But you just said you knew you did that. So
No, not that. I was talking about the speed. I mean,
the what? Go ahead. Speed. You're doing speed? You're doing drugs?
I mean, I was speeding.
Are you a drug dealer?
I was. Yeah. No, I was speeding.
Yeah. So we're definitely gonna have to take you out of the car and get your car checked out.
But what about my dog?
Your dog's dead. It's been dead for I don't know how long you've been driving for, but when we seen you, I mean, it's almost just a collar at this point.
Oh no, Adam! No.
Huh?
My dog.
Your dog's name is Adam? That's weird. That's my name. It's a very strange interaction right now. Very confusing.
That's very coincidental.
Yeah. Yeah. I just need to step out of the car.
Okay. Let me undo my seat belt.
Watch those hands. No, I said wash your hands.
Oh, okay. I don't have any water.
They look very dirty. Get out.
I don't have any water. Can I unbuckle my seatbelt now?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. All right, we're going to pat you down. Before I do you have any weapons on you that I need to know about?
Yes.
What?
Just yes.
Just yes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. All right, put your hands on the car. All right. Found. All right, pocket knife. Handgun. Why do you have a pickle in your pocket? Like a full size pickle. It's very strange.
I wanted to make a real life Larry the Cucumber and give it to my daughter after she came home from school. I thought she would think it was funny. She'd always said she wanted to eat Larry the Cucumber. So I was like, I'll lace it, give it to her, and it'll be...
But like this is from a jar. Like a full pickle, like from a jar. Like it's still wet. It's not the same as Larry the Cucumber. This is...
Yeah, but it will be
different.
once I put eyes on it.
Okay, that's just weird.
I mean, you have beautiful eyes.
That's also very weird to say.
I
but
can't
thank you.
wait for it to wear them someday.
Oh, so that's very weird. Dahmer-like. Okay. Continuing. Anyways. And, all right. You have no socks on. That's weird.
Yeah. They're in the back seat if you need them for some reason.
Okay, we'll check that out here in a minute. I'm going to put cuffs on you. All right, just have a seat back here on the curb.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick you up, put you in the car here.
No, please.
Oh,
I have a daughter.
Now we're going to talk. Yeah, I heard you had a daughter. That's why you have a pickle in your pocket, which is very weird.
Yes.
Putting
My
you in
daughter-
the car anyways.
Please, my daughter is also in the back seat.
I didn't see her.
She's small and red.
So you just made her up? Is that what
No.
you're saying?
No, she's small and red
Okay.
and round.
Okay. Like a kickball?
No, smaller. Smaller.
Like a gumball?
Not that small.
I'm out on that. I don't know. I'm gonna put you in the car, and then I'll check the car. If your daughter's in there, we'll find somebody to take care of her.
You have to save her.
All right, I'll do what I can. Watch your head.
Thank you. I love you so much.
All right. So what was supposed to be the daughter? What were you getting at on that one?
A tomato.
That's funny. Like smaller gumball, too small. That's good. Okay.
So prompt is you wake up in hell.
Oh, awful. Okay. Oh, I was falling off a mountain. What an awful dream. Where am I? It's awful hot down here. Hey, buddy. What's this line for?
Oh, hey, we're just headed up to see Kenneth Copeland preach.
Okay. I've never heard of him, but sounds like an okay thing, I guess. I'm not sure I got here. Do you know how I got here?
Probably from listening to Kenneth Copeland preach.
Okay. Like I said, never heard of the guy, so I doubt I've heard any of his stuff. But okay. So do you know where we're at?
This is hell.
Like a cool nightclub?
No, like this is hell.
Oh. I'm dead?
Yes.
Oh. It's awful. Okay. They you gonna turn some AC on in here?
No.
Oh. What's all the sharp rocks? You think they would have spruced this place up a little bit? It's awful dark and
that's just what he likes.
Who? The preacher?
Yes.
Why is there a preacher down here?
He is just kind of ruler of this sect, from what I can tell.
Huh.
I haven't been here very long. I just showed up last night, and I woke up. I was like, what the hell is this? And turns out it was hell.
I see what you did there. That's good. I like that. Yeah, making jokes while we're in hell. Great. I got stuck in line next to a comedian. What? So have you met this guy yet?
Yeah.
Pretty cool guy or what? What are we looking at? You
could say
here?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So is he like one of these guys that made a bunch of people drink like Kool-Aid or something, or?
No. He just kind of stares into your soul and intimidates you to give him money.
Well, since I'm dead and this is my soul, we're looking into everybody's soul at this point, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can't really stare into my soul. I mean, he's just staring at me.
Yes, but that's what he used to do.
Huh. Okay. It's like a hypnotist type of thing?
Just pure intimidation.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what they got in store for me.
Oh, probably pickles.
Is it a person?
No, like that's what they're going to have in the store for you. Yeah.
How do you know that? Did you get pickles?
No. When I got to the store, all they had was just eggplants. And I hate eggplants, so I don't know.
I like pickles.
Oh, then probably not pickles.
Oh. Okay. That's weird. Let's where do I go to get a drink around here?
The only thing that you can drink is your own urine.
Awful. I had
You
that lime Gatorade was the last thing I drank, and I don't like the taste of it in general.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sadly, you just have to cycle through your own urine over and over again, and that's
all right. What about
the
food?
best you got. Like I said,
other than apparently there's pickles somewhere.
I don't know if there's pickles, just
You
whatever
said
there
pickles.
is in the store.
And he's changing his story all of a sudden. He was like positive as pickles. Now we don't know whatever's in there.
Okay, listen, I said I've only been here 24 hours, you idiot.
Why would you say pickles then?
Because
When you didn't even have pickles.
I figured you didn't like pickles.
Why? I just have a look about me that says I don't like pickles?
you just had that look on you. I hate pickles.
Oh,
That's just
got
what
it.
you look like.
Got it. I like pickles so much, I named my dog Pickles.
So maybe it'll be full of dogs.
But I like dogs.
You like to eat dogs.
I mean, I've never tried it before, but I'll try it.
Did you feed your dog pickles?
No.
So you named him Pickles and didn't feed him pickles?
No. I fed him dog food like a normal person.
What is with you and pickles? I don't get it.
You brought pickles up.
No, I did not.
Yeah. It's just a coincidence that my dog's name is Pickles.
I know, but you just scream pickles. I didn't bring it up. You were just screaming pickles.
Is this my own hell right here, this conversation? That's what I feel like. That's a pretty good one. I like that. It's a pretty good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. Okay, let's get married. All right. I remember this. I remember this church. Okay. Right. Who's that fat guy she's marrying? Ah, it's me. Ugh. I didn't realize I was that fat. Gosh, I must be like 400 pounds in this universe.
All right. Now, bring the husband out.
Oh, that wasn't me. I'm not marrying her. Okay, I'm the best man. It's Jason. I mean, they're technically not blood related, so.
It's kind of weird though, because he's like 11, right?
Right. I mean, I
Or
guess
less.
it is.
Wait,
I guess
he's way less than that. He's like 8,
2010.
7.
Oh no.
All right. Well, I suppose we should sign out.
We did all this talking about different stuff we're gonna do, and we've never really nailed down a sign out.
Yeah.
What did we even do last time? We just put the mics down and walked away. I don't
Pretty
think
much.
we even had a sign out. Crap. We're gonna have to maybe have a conversation about this.
Yeah.
That's like
Listen,
a sign out.
we're gonna have to have a conversation about this.
Is this what it's gonna be? We're just gonna have a conversation about this.
Yeah.
About our sign out.
Yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I'm coming to the house.
Yeah. Have a conversation about our sign out.
Mm-hmm. All right.